Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be looking at What I Eat in a Day by Ronnie Coleman.
Hey Corey, you ready, man?
I like those big American ice machine freezers, they're pretty cool.
Put some flavor in this.
I think they missed a bit out here, but I believe at the time he was sponsored by a nutrition company, supplement company called BSN. And they made this weight gainer powder. It's like all mass or something like that. And it's like carb, sugar, protein, probably some fat as well. And what he's doing basically said it doesn't taste that good, so I'm going to put some Nesquik in it just to make it taste a bit better. So this is quite funny and probably not the best reflection upon the supplement company that's sponsoring him at the time. Notice that health halo there, guys. Helps build strong bones. Yeah, I'm sure that's not all that helps Ronnie Coleman with his bones. I don't think Sophie would let me do that in the kitchen. I'd be told off probably. I'd have to put the powder in first, then put the lid on, then make sure it's all, you know, properly shut, and that would be an absolute mess if I did that. Doesn't come across as a very wasteful person. To my understanding, he had quite a few siblings growing up and he didn't have much money when he was little, so I can appreciate the fact he's trying to get every last drop. I'm of the same mind. That sort of chin strap shave isn't that popular nowadays, but it was back in like the probably early 2000s. It's funny how like the trends change over the years.
That's good stuff right there. Hey, this thing out pretty hard.
Wonder if these people ever get fed up of cooking like 5-6 meals a day, using blenders and shakers and things and loads of cutlery. You know, like washing up. I don't know. I wonder if his wife does it most of the time, but he's trying to show on camera that he did a bit. Maybe, I don't know. Besides, guys, you kind of almost do end up having to blend your meals just to get them in. It's quite, it seems quite bizarre, but I'm sure when you're, I don't know, 300 plus pounds like Ronnie Coleman here, just eating alone is tiresome, hurts your jaw. So, you know, just kind of goes to show how unhealthy bodybuilding can be, especially when you push it to the extremes.
Now we're waiting on meal 3 to come around.
I thought you missed a meal there. For those of you that don't know, Ronnie Coleman won 8 consecutive Mr. Olympia titles from the span of 1998 to 2005. So he knows a thing or two about getting ripped and getting big at the same time. But sadly, as he approached his later stage of his career, he did have severe spine issues like myself. He's currently, I believe, using a walker to get around, and he's invested millions into different surgeries and therapies to try and improve his back condition. I kind of look at this sort of footage and think, yes, he's sitting down, it's probably a bit safer than standing up, but as you'll see later throughout the video, he does a lot of exercises in ways which are, although like I said, they did work, he did win, they're probably not the most health conscious ideas that I'd really suggest to people when it comes to training, at least. Like giant rippling muscles with a red suit, basically. You know, skinny tights, what they call compression pants. An oversized t-shirt that is still snug on his arms or everything. Then some big black shades. That must be the most bizarre thing ever. It's interesting. I know he's from the south of the US, so people in that sort of area of the country are particularly religious to some extent. It's good to be mindful of your eating and be appreciative of what you do have. I think a lot of people just take it for granted, you know. But yeah, I mean, we'll get into what he's eating now.
Blow.
Yeah, looking at that meal, if it looks like he had some sort of rice or mash with some chicken. It looked like he tried to scrape off some of the sauce. I'm not sure how useful that is if you're eating loads of carbs anyway. Probably doesn't make much of a dent. Then again, look at the size of the guy. He obviously needs a lot of fuel to perform at that sort of level. So, you know, who knows? I find they spray things so weird because they just spray more into the atmosphere, it seems. They don't really hit the pan that they're trying to use it in. Of course, all that sort of stuff's rancid anyway. I'm not sure what the health effects of butane in the body are, assuming that some of it has some residue in the pan when he's cooking it. I don't know. Be interesting to see. If anyone's got any studies on that they'd like to forward to me, let me know.
That was easy.
Yeah, chicken and rice, guys, it seems to be the mainstay of most bodybuilders' diets nowadays. I'd probably say it'd be a bit better if they included some red meat in there, but your mood, not great for your skin, not great for your development. You need saturated fats to help grow, I think. Even in the case of enhanced athletes like Ronnie Coleman, you still need saturated fats, guys. You can't get out of needing the essential A, D, E, and K nutrients.
You actually missed. What did she say last night?
Oh, come on, man. Can't you remember what that old lady was talking about?
What did that lady say last night?
Oh, you know one thing I don't remember.
It's so funny there, guys, just watching him like move around the kitchen, like waddling, like he's in pain. Like, I'm not even a massive guy by sort of like bodybuilding standards, but I feel his pain. I can see like how much he's struggling just to navigate the kitchen there. It's sad to see.
If the beef ain't gonna be enough. Except for Outback meal cost me $30. This cost me about $5 or $6. So I'm saving about $25 eating at home. Just hate to cook it.
It's funny, in his fridge there, he's got like, it looks like some full sugar Sprite and some jam or something. I guess when you're this kind of size, you almost can get away with eating anything and not get fat. But then again, he is following an ultra low fat diet by the sounds of things, so that's probably how he's getting away with it. Not ideal. You're going to have a level of mitochondrial dysfunction because of fueling through sugar, essentially. Interesting to see what his diet's like nowadays. If after the fact I've made this video and put it out, I'll see if he's got a current like what I eat in a day kind of video. I think I would have preferred him just to cook that in the oven there. The fact it's frozen as well. Like he's going to get like a almost raw bit in the center and a bit of a crisp bit on the outside. Not the worst thing, but it just seems bizarre. I would have cooked it in the oven just because it gives him more even kind of spread of cooking, I think. But whatever. Yeah, not the greatest quality burgers, guys. You can see that from the grey kind of brown residue coming outside. It's been pumped full of chemicals and it's been leached out the meat as it's been cooked. Not ideal.
Whoa, that's some steam now.
For point of reference, guys, that's probably about 3 or 4 adult-sized servings of rice per day for someone that's on the standard Western diet. That is insane. And he's doing this like 5-6 times a day. I don't know how he does it.
Oh boy. I think my food is done. I better turn that off. Whoa! Ouch! Ow! Okay, good old chicken again.
Probably like Mrs. Dash or some kind of seasoning. I don't think we have that sort of thing over here, but he's putting a lot of seasoning on it. I noticed on my diet, like a carnivore diet, I don't seem to need to add loads of this seasoning onto it. The food I eat just tastes fine. It's a funny thing about all these plant-based foods, rice and grains, is you always have to add something to it to make it palatable. I don't think I've ever craved just rice on its own.
But with beef.
Comment below if you think that looks absolutely insane how big his hand is in relation to that fork. I'm pretty sure it's not like a midget fork or anything. If I'm allowed to say that, I'll probably get demonetized. But yeah, I think look at his fingers. They seem very inflamed. I don't know. What do you guys think? An example of not very mindful eating. He's just trying to get through it now. I guess he's probably in his later part of his day now, so he's probably just trying to get the food down as quickly as possible and distract himself with something else. Maybe. I don't know. It's funny watching him do this. You just see his quads like bellowing out from the outside of his hips. Probably some of the biggest legs ever, I imagine. Like, I can't imagine how he sort of shuts his legs together to, like, I don't know, sit in a chair or something. He's probably got his, like, knees almost horizontal. It's quite watching this in hindsight after the fact. We know he's got severe spine issues nowadays. You looked at his form, his technique. It's not ideal. That isn't the best way to train. It's hard and it's quite taxing, because you're lifting a heavy weight. You're doing lots of reps. You're breathing heavy. Your whole body's coming to the movement, but that's not what bodybuilding is, guys. What he's doing now is effectively power building, or powerlifting with a lot of reps. How would you get the weight from A to B as quick as possible without using your muscles? So that's not form that I suggest to you guys. Funny, again, looking back in time, this video is like 20 years old or something probably. If you went to a parking lot and you had your car with the spinners and the rims doing that, people would laugh at you and probably just think you look weird. You look like a pompous moron. This is about to be one of the most iconic scenes in What I Eat in a Day videos for bodybuilding ever, as you'll soon see.
Good old chicken and rice. And tomatoes. And we ain't gonna be doing it with the tomatoes.
Yeah, he's pretty intelligent. I mean, although he knows not to eat tomatoes and things, he's still eating loads of other crap on his plate. It's just funny how naturally bodybuilders over the years have gravitated towards like chicken and rice and things like that. A bit of sauce here and there. it seems like they understand, okay, we're not meant to eat a lot of fiber, so we're not going to eat loads of salad and crap like that, which is good in effect. They've kind of understood the value of omitting some anti-nutrients from the diet. But then again, nowadays it's kind of always taken a step back. Bodybuilders nowadays will include nut butters and seed oils and crap in their diet, and they think it's good. They actually think it's a health promoting way of eating. Little do they know.
A good place for the tomatoes. A real good place.
I'm sure the videographer probably thought, well, this would be a clip to put in just for a bit of entertainment. Watch a giant 300-pound black guy with huge muscles chucking off half his plate and just leaving it on the side there for the waitress to clean up later. Wow. I wonder if nowadays he thinks the same thing, like, would he still do that, or would he think that was a bit of a rude thing to do? I don't know.
Oh, one too many.
Yeah, the thing about iron is, sorry, not iron, ice, is that it seems to be indicated that people that crave ice and cold tastes need more iron in their diet. Probably true. I mean, he has had some beef today, yes, and some chicken and things like that. But he's a big guy. He needs to be eating way more red meat than that to get the iron that he'd require for his body. He's got a lot of muscle, a lot of blood. He has to build that up, and he's not going to do it eating 2 burger patties a day for his meat source. It's not going to be ideal.
This is one of the meals you missed. One of the meals you missed in the cost of redemption. You were sleeping.
Just want to point out, I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd red top or vest he's worn today. He's obviously drenched through the rest of them. I can understand 2 if you've had a workout, but 3? Come on. I mean, I'm sporting a nice red top today, of course. I like red, but 3 of them in a day? Come on, your wife's not going to be pleased with your washing.
3:05 in the morning.
I reckon someone's told him off for making a mess last time, so he just said, "Oh, I'll just put the lid slightly over it today." You know, it's quite funny.
You got a meal, you gotta take these vitamins. I got everything here. Everything.
This is when probably the time of day he gets most of his creatine in, I'm sure. If I was to speculate what was there without knowing at all, I'd guess it was blood pressure medication, metformin, maybe some antipsychotics or some sleep meds, something like that, something to help him chill out a bit. When you're that kind of size, guys, you're using a lot of meds just to be able to live each day, go to sleep and not be in pain. I imagine on that note as well, yeah, painkillers as well, probably in that stack. Those things do corrode your body from the inside out. And it's a shame because at a high level of bodybuilding, this is the norm. They do use these things. It is very common. It's not exception to the rule by any means. Myself, I mean, I was using codeine, various different points, things like that. Gabapentin. This is, of course, because of my back pain, but just think how much pain this guy's in. He's like me in terms of the symptomology, but he's also walking around with a 300+ pound body. He's about 50 pounds, maybe 60 pounds heavier than me right now. That's a lot of weight going through your body, so I can't imagine how much pain he's in sometimes. Another point on that note, I know I'm rambling, but he's going to have extra vitamins and minerals in this stack in a non-bioavailable format oftentimes. And people nowadays say it's to support the bases, to cover the bases, to help improve digestion, liver, kidney function. It seems to me like you're just adding in more things for the sake of it. And if I know anything about bodybuilding, guys, I know that most of the time they think the more the better. So the more training they do, the more cardio they do, the more their food they eat, the more protein they eat, the more drugs they take, the more supplements they take. It's almost like they think it's better. I've learnt myself now as an advanced trainer that it's almost like less is more, but you just have to make sure that less that you are doing is very, very, very high quality. So in the case of Ronnie Coleman, where he is, eating a probably deficient diet in some senses, he will have to add in a supplement here and there, just to get more in that he might be requiring. In some cases, yes, some herbal extracts might be useful to mitigate some of the damaging effects of drugs that he's putting in his body, but to what extent that's helping, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think we'll ever get a controlled study on it, which is unfortunate because these guys do need professional guidance. And that isn't a case of just having a blood test every 3 to 6 months. That won't cover it. That won't give much indication of what's happening in the body. They give an idea, but I mean, how many bodies have we seen drop dead recently, guys? Just about a week ago, that Joe Lindner gentleman died. Seemingly nothing wrong with him. Of course, he had some medical interventions over the last few months or years, which may have or may not have caused him some issues. But outside of that, how are we going to track the heavy metals in our body because of so much food that we're eating? The effects of these drugs in our body that can kill us at any given time in a lot of cases. So, there's a lot of food for thought there. It's funny there, just look at him. I mean, if I look there, especially in I think the third row up, there's a mixed match of capsules in there. It's like he's just grabbing them and ready to go, like whatever's going to go in his mouth can go in his mouth. I really hope none of these are strong medicines of any kind, because that could cause him some serious damage if he misjudged the dose there. Looks like he's got some antivirals there, which is quite interesting. Quite surprised by that. Well, at this point, he's probably belching, feeling sick. Stomach's probably full. He's going to want to go to sleep, but he's going to have a not very restful night because he's loaded up on all these drugs, which are causing him a lot of dysfunction. And it's sad to see looking back at all this. Then again, if you asked him in an interview now, I'm sure he'd say, I'll do it all again. I think he responded in an interview once before. Why'd you put your body through all that? And he said, "Oh, because I love it." So fair enough to him. He's got his own opinions, his own choices. That's completely fair enough. I accept that. The idea of these sort of videos, guys, is just to give you an idea of what the current, or at least the old standard of bodybuilding was like in terms of diet, training, and health. And perhaps someone will watch this that may be misguided, may not be doing it the most helpful way. What I do suggest to you guys is to subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment below. And hopefully I can make some more content like this to help you guys out. Thanks very much for watching.